One of the ways that you can tell that you are in a toxic dynamic based on your survival wiring, which is in your nervous system, is when there is a conflict in what you think and feel and what you know you desire, and the external reality and dynamic in that connection. So I'll give you an example. You desire to have consistency, to have somebody initiate and plan dates with you, and have just a strong sense of emotional connection. So you desire to have a relationship with somebody that you are giving your body to that is beyond sex. So it's not just a sexual relationship. That person isn't able or willing or doesn't have the capacity to meet you at where you want to be met. And what we have here is incompatibility. That person desires a transactional sexual connection that doesn't require, that basically requires access to you, but not a connection. They're not looking to build a relationship. You are wanting to build a relationship. So how to know whether you are now operating from survival wiring? You're not able to walk away. You're compromising what you want, basing it on a belief or a fantasy or a delusion that staying longer might change the situation. It might change the situation. You might find yourself blocking and then unblocking because you are quite self-aware. You realize that it's not really about just cutting it off. You have a level of emotional intelligence, but you're reacting to a situation where your needs aren't being met. So that's one example. Not being able to walk away, blocking, unblocking, building a fantasy in your mind that things might change if you work harder, if you prove your worth or your value. So what we then know is that this is a relational dynamic rooted in your original love blueprint that probably formed very early on. And it's rooted in one of these core beliefs. One, either that you have to earn love. One, that you want to reenact and complete something, to resolve something in your subconscious, where you may have had an inconsistent father figure. This is why we deal with father wounds in, I was going to call it Rewire Your Desire, because ultimately that's the basis of my mentorship, but in the receptivity codes. But you're wired for inconsistency. So what we're doing is we're leaning into what is familiar. That's when we see incongruence, so a disparity between what we say we want and how we're behaving. And that is what we get to unpack, those patterns. We get to zoom in. Yeah, pattern recognition, not just awareness, not just identifying, but rewiring. And that's the work we do.